Welcome, friends. Clever Trev here, and I'd like to take you on a little journey of a dream that I've been dreaming. Excuse me, a dream that I've been creating. And essentially, the concept is I give you kind of just this blank canvas to work with. You see, it's very simple, and you just run forward through it. But really, the goal is to let you easily and quickly and freely decorate this blank canvas and then run through it. And the kind of purpose of this level is to it might be something that's a good mental warm-up. Let's say you're just logging onto dreams and you're trying to just kind of get the brain juices flowing. This is a good level for that. It'll allow you to just kind of just explode with your creation. You don't have any, there's no rules, there's no constraints or anything like that. This has all been also excuse me, this could also be beneficial if you're just trying to relax. You're not really trying to play an intense game, you're not really trying to think about much. You just want to relax and enjoy something soothing. So right now this is just blank, okay? But what I'm going to show you is what I recommend you do if you load this up and you want to try this, what do they call it? Meditation canvas level. So I'm just going to rewind it. Oops, and then go back to edit mode. So it's essentially this big long tube of just blank canvas. And this is what I want you to do. You're going to boot it up. You probably just do your own remix of it, which is what I want you to do. Feel free to steal it and use it as your own. But what I want you to do is go to tools and just go to modes and go to paint mode. And then pick whatever fleck you're feeling. What's your mood today? I'm feeling kind of dotty. I'm going to put dots. And then pick a color. I like to pick red just because it's a good bold color that's going to stick out right away. And really the first thing we're going to do is kind of set ourselves up with a little auto guide. So I've got my red, got my dots. I'm going to back out of here. Oops. Dang it. Okay, I got to start that over. Go to dots, go to red. Okay, make sure you don't back out here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start moving forward and I'm going to start painting. And this is the whole key of this whole level, is just allowing yourself to just freely just paint without any constrictions, no restrictions, no constraints, and just go for it. And also, last thing I'm going to recommend as I start painting is I like to use my first paint here, the one that I'm doing right now with this red. I'm going to make some loops. See how I'm making loops? And this is going to kind of be like our guide through the rest of it. So as we start adding more colors, we're going to kind of follow this red guide here. And as we run through, imagine these little circles that I'm creating. See how I'm kind of creating these circles? We're going to try to kind of run through these circles as we run down our map. And we'll eventually start to expand on it. But I'm just kind of winging it, I'm just kind of going for it. And you might be like, what is going on right now? What's going on? You'll see once I get all the way to the bottom here, you'll see, and I'll play it real quick, and then we'll add another color. And I'm just holding R2 and just kind of making my own swirls. And I wish I could do a little more. Okay, so we got cut off here. We got too long, so we're going to kind of start over, hold R2 again, and just keep going. It only allows you to paint like so long until it'll kind of cut you off. Okay, let's try to make a really cool portal here. So eventually, we're going to play this and we're going to kind of just run through this. We're actually going to physically run through all these cool little tubes that I'm making. But let's say, the whole point is that if you're dreaming and if you're playing and you want something like this to just kind of get the juices flowing, get your creativity going. Maybe you just kind of want to chill, see what you're made of. And it's a really good way to learn how to paint because it's going to kind of force you to pick different paint brushes and you can pick different colors and you can change the sizes. So for example, I'll start holding up on my D-pad here. And I'm going to make the paintbrush even bigger. You see how it's bigger? It's thicker. And how about I'll give it bigger? And how about I'll start holding down on the D-pad now and I'll start making it smaller. It's kind of hard to do. You kind of got to do... So we got cut off again, so let's start over and just keep holding R2 and forward. And I'm going to hit down on my D-pad again a little bit. See how we're getting kind of smaller paint. Oops. Slow down. So that's a little glitch, but that's fine. Happy mistake. Just like Bob Ross would say. And I don't make it as relaxing as it should be. You know, I'm kind of like trying to explain things. Really, this is meant to just kind of get in your own zone. Just try to feel your own vibe. Don't worry about anything surrounding. You know, all of your stress in your real life that you're going through, you can just kind of forget about it. And just kind of let your creativity soar. This is almost like a subconscious. And we got to be getting to the end here soon. That's kind of the goal, is just kind of go all the way down to the bottom. And like, I guess this first part, it's a little more restrictive because, as you can see, I'm just doing these loops here to kind of just give myself a guide, so that when I actually run through it with my character, I have actually like something to kind of go through. But imagine taking all these hoops that I've been making and adding like vines and sparkles and... But holy cow, my fingers are getting tired. Let's see how far we got left. Holy cow, we got a ways to go. Let's end it. Let's just imagine that's the end right there for now. You know, your creativity is starting to drain. You want to actually experience your creative results. So let's go to play mode. And I also added some really chill music. And now we get to experience our own little painting that we just made. And I'm just going to run through it. And, you know, like I said, there's no rules. You know, you can do whatever you want here. You don't have to make these tubes that I'm making. You can imagine you're making like a jet stream or a shooting star, whatever. But I like to give myself, this is kind of like the skeleton. Just let all of your fears and stresses just melt away. And this isn't very experimental, you know. This could be just a pointless thing that I'm making that it really isn't going to benefit anybody anywhere. But it's just a concept I had, and I figured I'd go with it. But I think it'll really make more sense once we add like a couple more colors. But I'm realizing as I play through it that I almost need to make it a little quicker somehow. So I'm going to rewind it. You know, we're at the end. I could keep going here. Let's just go to the end here, just so you know the scale. As I take a sip of my soda. And I apologize if anybody's been commenting. I haven't had my chat up. Just trying to meditate in myself, you know? And I apologize if anybody's been commenting. I haven't had my chat up. Echo, oops. There we go, we fell off. So we're gonna just rewind it. And you know what? Let's add another color. So we're gonna go back to edit mode. And into paint mode. And we could pick, you know, the first time I did dots, let's definitely do a different spec. Well, let's do cubist, like the opposite of dots. Then let's pick a color. Let's do the opposite of red, which is basically blue. Let's do like a royal blue kind of color. What's up, Justin? Lab Notes Gaming. Thanks for tuning in. Just trying to go over a little experimental level that I'm making. So I already made the skeleton. And now we're going to try to follow these guides that I already made and try to kind of just start adding some flair. I really don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. How about, let's think ice. That first one was maybe like a fire. Let's add some icicles now. And I'm just kind of freestyling it here. That's the whole point of this level that I'm working on, is just to allow you to really just let go of all like the restrictions that normally you give yourself. Just go wild with it. All right, let's make it a little bigger. Don't want to be able not to see it. And I'm just kind of going with like icicle vibe. And I keep, occasionally, dang it, what just happened? Oh, that's fine. Occasionally I like to hit up or down on the D-pad to change the size of the brush. And as you can see, I'm just kind of loosely, ooh, I got an idea. Let's start making icicles off from the top. I'm just kind of loosely following the original guide that I made for myself. I kind of made these little tunnels, which were very circular and smooth, and now I'm trying to go a little more jagged. Let's shrink her down a little. The only thing I wish I was doing differently was if I could just do this, go a little faster, kind of slowly. It's such a long tube. Let's try to catch up here. And, I've been doing continuous, but let's start doing our own little individual strokes. I'm not going to continuously hold R2 anymore. I'm going to try to do just fragments. It makes it a little harder, though. Let's zoom back out. You almost have to kind of continuously flow. Oh, man, see, now we're going too fast. It's all right, let's try it. Let's just go real fast. I'm doing icicles. And if you're just tuning in, it probably makes no sense what's going on right now, but you'll see in a minute here once I get to the end. Oh my goodness. This is the whole point, though, is just I didn't expect to do this kind of crazy thing, but we're at it. Alright, so we're going to play it. Let's check it out. But it's like a 3D painting that I just improvised, for just a couple minutes, and now it's an actual, you can actually experience it. And so it almost delves into your subconscious, because I guarantee anybody that does this, it's going to be completely different than what I just did. I picked red and I did these circles, and I did blue and I did these icicle things, but like, who knows what you would want to do? You might pick your favorite color in green and pick a different spec, and instead of doing circles, you'll do straight line. I don't know. So, we did blue and red and blue. Maybe we'll do one more color, and we'll just conclude it there. I think you've kind of got the idea. And that's kind of where I finished. We can keep going. So let's do one more color. Go to edit mode. And how about, what fleck do we want? Let's do triangle. And for the color, we shall do, let's make it pop with some green. Like a neon green. And anything else that we can get weird with? How about, what if we turn on surface snap? This might completely fail horribly, we'll see. But we're gonna try it anyway. This is when you're trying to experiment, it's all good. Ooh. That's really cool. It's like, what is Trevor doing right now? It's hard to tell, I know. I'm hitting a lot of L1 here to try to stay afloat. For whatever reason, I think because I'm painting it's forcing me to paint on the surface. It's dragging me down. It's dragging my camera down, so I have to keep constantly hitting L1 to drag us back up. But that's fine. This is all those kind of things that as you go along and you're doing things, it's helping you learn dreams. But it's almost like we're making ourselves like a carpet. And I'm just going to try to follow what I did originally, that very first, the very first red color I did. Let's make it even bigger. Let's do a big green pattern. Might be too big, she said. Let's shrink it down. Shrink it down. Oh crap! Don't tell me I just deleted all that. FML. Sorry, I stopped right here. Careful, there's certain buttons you can hit that can completely like cancel out your previous creation. I think it's like left on the D-pad, because I'm hitting up and down on the D-pad to scale. But if you accidentally hit left, it like undoes it and it doesn't allow you to like redo it. So if you're watching Media Molecule, it'd be nice to let me redo that instead of just completely delete everything I did. But anyway, we're cruising. I'm going to shrink it down a little more here and there. And it doesn't really seem that relaxing as I'm doing it and demonstrating it, but like I'm having to like explain it. But imagine just being able to do this without anybody talking, maybe throw some music on, and you're just like allowing yourself to just completely let go and just flow, just go with the flow. And then also after you're done flowing, you're able to experience the flow that you just created by essentially running through the level. So we're cruising now. Got a good pace. I think we gotta be almost done. And again, I have surface snap on, or at least I did. I wonder if I lost it. I think I do. And surface snap, again, it's locking the paint onto any surface that it sees, so it's pretty much locking onto the floor most of the time. So I'm like painting the ground. Let's shrink it even more. And I think we're about to the end. No, not quite. We're still just kind of following that guide loosely. No rules. I might have lost this. No, we're still good. Let's shrink it even a little more. Seems like when I shrink it, it goes quicker. We lost our guide. Let's get back to it. Well, actually, we're over to our guide's gone. But now let's try to just see if we can't just finish real quick. Give ourselves somewhat of an ending as I conclude this little video. And I mean, even though I created this level and I've done this before, I'm actually learning things as I just flow down here. I'm seeing like just how the paint works and how like if I'm painting really far away, it'll still paint it in the distance. Like you can see all these streaks. And here we go, right at the end. Let's do a bunch of crazy stuff. Give ourselves a kind of a climax to the level. And let's play it. After all that work, let's go check it out. So this is just an improvised painting that I made in the past 15 minutes, and now I'm able to run through it. How often do you get to experience that in life? It's like I created a level. So, as we conclude here, this will be titled Meditation Canvas, and it'll start blank, so you're able to just take it as your own and just do whatever you want with it. And like I said, if you're trying to just warm up, if you're just trying to relax, if you're trying to be creative, if you don't really feel like thinking and you just want to do, this might be the level. And it's experimental. I just started working on it last night. Just an idea that popped into my head, and you know, this is what it resulted in. And also, if you'll notice, every step that I hit, it kind of goes with the music. 1, 2, ding, ding. Sort of. It's not perfect. I gotta line it up a little better. And by the way, the music that's playing, it's a song that I made in dreams. And I actually kind of just slowed it down so that it's more meditative, you know, it's more fitting for this level. But here we go, we're at the end of the level. What if we went back up it? Oh, we can. Avi? Yep, this music that I'm playing is the music that I made during my music tutorial. However, I slowed it down by 50%, so it's going half as fast. But, yeah, I think that'll conclude this video. I'd love to see you guys load this up and do your own painting, and I'm really curious to see what you come up with. You know, I'm sure it'll be a lot different than what I did, you know, and, you know, different colors and shapes and, you know, different flows. So, again, it's called Meditation Canvas. Just look up Meditation Canvas. I was remixing it, so forget about everything else. Meditation Canvas. And if you can't find it, just let's save this. If you can't find Meditation Canvas, feel free to just look up my gamer tag, which is spiders, and I'll show you how to spell that right. Oh. Right now. So you can find me right here. If you give me a follow and shoot me a message, I'll follow you back. So yeah. So if I go to my creations, it should pop up here, Meditation Canvas. This is what it'll look like for you. And if you go play it, it'll just be this blank canvas, giving you 100% freedom. So if you do this challenge, and if you paint something and you let me know, you know, I'll give you a follow, I'll give you a YouTube subscribe, whatever we can chat about it. But I'll do whatever you'd like if you try it out. So definitely follow and a sub. But this is Clever Trev. Thanks for tuning in. Dream on, dreamers. Over and out. Click.